More sturdy. I don't feel like I'm playing that. You know what I do? I take a picture of the lineup. You know other guys? Yeah, good hit. I'll get there.
Hey, Spo! I see Mike checking you out now. Hey, Mike, don't cut him yet.
They are. I'm watching early. This game. I know fact number. They got to be winning. They was up that time. They down here now. You know, if they had to win, they come down here. Been big.
You got it.
Yeah, do you want me to email?
There's not a lot of people watching, so it's not a big deal. Right now, that microphone's on. When we talk, this microphone. I can
on you, man. Let's go. That's slow.
No, you are. No. Got in front of your mouth, though. Somebody who doesn't know you. Oh, yeah.
Alright. Got the microphones on. Let me know at home if you can hear us okay. Sitting with Mike Dill from Combat. We're watching the quarterfinal. ADS, a team out of Delaware, and Cash House, the old Elk and Elk out of Cleveland, Ohio. So my hometown against your...
It's my hometown, kind of,
yeah. ADS got some big boys. Elk, I'm going to keep calling them Elk and Elk, but it's Cash House in the field with the gray and black. ADS batting with the white and gray. And that one's fair, I guess.
Yeah,
blooper down the right field line, fair. I'll get the play-by-play. You get the color.
Okay.
You're the pro.
Well,
I'm just a E player.
Odds are this one right here is probably going out of the ballpark.
Going a long ways.
Yes.
What's this guy? Gillen?
Gordy
Quillen. Gordy Quillen.
Yeah, we rescued him off of playing with the E team several years ago, and he strikes it pretty well.
Guest commentator Mike Dill. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, this kid strikes it pretty good. And then the guy who pitches for ADS is Tim Riley, who won a bunch of A Worlds with us when we were with ABS.
Oh, okay. Right here?
No, he's further back. He's a pitcher.
All right, let us know at home if you can hear us okay.
Next guy.
Quillen pops out to center field. That's going to end the inning. ADS gets a run. Two run. Two runs.
Did you get two? 2 on 1.
Two runs in the top of the first. Leadoff solo homer, and then a couple of hits. That bloop down the right field line. Cash House coming to bat.
For ADS, Tim Riley's the pitcher.
All right.
Somebody else to watch, Ryan Fant will be playing the middle infield.
Ryan Fant is a former conference player with Dark Side.
At second base is Aaron Lewis. He played Wilmington University, and he played pro baseball, I think, with the Blue Rocks, I'm not sure, which is the minor league team in Delaware.
Right.
There's a couple of guys. First base is Chad Malin. He's an all-armed forces player. He's stationed in Dover, Delaware now.
Okay. So Riley, he didn't used to pitch, did he?
No, he actually figured out once he hit his late 30s or so, early 40s, he said, I want to keep playing. I'm going to learn how to pitch. And he's become pretty good. He's got a pretty good knuckleball.
Awesome. Who's the third baseman? The guy's about 6'5".
Dan Glazer, yeah.
Dan Glazer.
Yeah.
DW's #1 fan can hear us fine at home. That's my wife. I know it's her when she signs in like that. ADS C-team out of C-team, right?
Yeah, out of Delaware.
C-team out of Delaware.
They won the big SSAA, like the Hall of Fame Classic in March, with like TaylorMade, a lot of those teams, they won that tournament.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they looked good earlier. Eric Gallen, the batter for Cash House. Cash House again out of Cleveland, Ohio. They are a Conference C team in their first tournament. Gallen, the second baseman, takes a ball inside.
Hold up, check this out. Pat was hitting. Hear what I'm saying, yo. Pat was hitting, yo.
Gallen smashes it back through the middle past Riley. He's on his horse. Oh, he's going to hold it first. All we have is last names here. I don't know all the guys. Dina, the batter. Roppel on deck. And Dina takes a walk on 3 pitches, first and second for Ryan Roppel.
Are these C?
C. Conference C.
Conference C, yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Mars? Good. So this guy's Ryan? Ryan Roppel. 2 on, nobody out. Bouncer to the middle man. He fields it, steps on second. He's going to get 1.
He had to wait for it to hop up to him.
Both teams look like they run pretty well. It's not going to be any easy.
Right now with the wind.
Wind blowing out to right, sort of.
Yeah,
or across.
Knuckleball, yeah, coming left to right, and his knuckleball's moving pretty good.
Rob Whitehouse, the batter. Veteran Cleveland area player. Used to play with Ohio Sealants back in the day. He's got to be pushing 40, this guy. You know, old guys.
Yeah. That should be 2. Good play by
Oh,
ADS.
double play by ADS. Ends the inning. ADS leads 2-0. We go to the top of the second. Should get some good games later.
Oh, yeah.
Albuquerque, DEI, I think, play.
We can't miss DEI with their uniforms they have on right,
Right. DEI with the fluorescent yellow.
We was short like shit. We was just trying to put him in the subway, yo. We was short. It was
now. Brandon Becker leading off.
just was bad,
Rupert and then Brandon Becker. We have Rupert leading off and Brandon Becker second.
And they kept hitting at Brandon no matter how many hours. That's how he was going to pick. Yeah,
Becker, I've heard that name.
Yeah,
No?
he played with
He plays some.
Deluxe Bakery before.
Oh, okay. Oh, he played with Checking, I think, too.
He might have
In the B Worlds 2 years ago.
He might have. He's got
He's a
tremendous
good
power.
player.
Yeah, he's very good.
Center field?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he's DHing right now because I think they're rotating their outfielders
Yeah.
to that spot.
Line smash, deep center field.
Off the gate.
That one's off the fence for a double. Brandon
Becker.
Brandon
Yeah.
Becker, the batter.
The one thing you have to worry about with him right there, he's got such tremendous power. You want him to go for a base hit right here, but he could miss it and hit it a ton.
Yeah.
Now, I can pretty much guarantee the next 2 guys coming up are KG veterans. They'll do what it takes to hit the ball down. Riley and Malin.
First pitch to Becker inside. First time I've had to deal with dust this year. I've had artificial turf, 3 tournaments, and then Hall of Fame doesn't have a lot of dust. Inside out swing down the first base line. Extra bases for Becker. RBI double makes it 3-0.
Now, pretty much mark this down. Tim Riley is going to try to do whatever he can to try to go right center to right field line.
Yep, Tim Riley, the former ABS. When they won the Worlds?
We won. We won a bunch
B
of Worlds.
Worlds?
Yeah. We won the NSA, the ISA together. Sean Ballard was on a couple of those teams with us
Right.
too.
Yeah. Rick, I want to say Rick Honeycutt, Billy Honeycutt. It's like Purcello's pitching some sort of curveball, and it's not crossing the plate.
Yeah, it's 2-0. Guarantee you Tim's taking here.
Full count, no foul to give here in the conference. Outside pitch, popped him up, right side. That's caught for out number 1.
Okay. Now here's another one. Chad Malin, tremendous power. He's been on several all Air Force teams. Really good player. But he's going to try to do the right thing, but his power is so good he might blow it out to right center. But he strikes it hard.
So you played league with these guys?
Yeah, like 3 or 4 of these guys. Yep. My hometown near Harrington, Delaware.
Of course, this year in the conference, they're giving the 18th seed to the Armed Forces All-Stars. Is he still an Armed Forces guy? Or?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
So he'll go to the Air Force camp later this summer, and then they pick the Armed Forces team out of that.
Right. Porcello with 2 pumps, and he popped him up left side. That should be a catch and a possible play at the plate. Throw home is going to be cut off, and the runner holds. Pretty good throw. Left fielder Steve Dina with a nice throw. We back to the top?
No, number 11 batter.
Last batter in the lineup.
Yeah.
2 out, runner on third. 3-0 the score. ADS leading Cash House. And he hits it deep right field. Back to the fence and out of here. 2-run shot. Makes it 5-0. Top of the order for Swole.
I don't know his real name. Mark, they said.
Mark Swole.
I think
if we
Swole's
listen long enough, we'll get all of them.
I don't think that's his real last name.
No?
I don't.
That's like the nickname.
Yeah. This guy has played around the tri-state area for a long time. Very fast. Plays shortstop.
Swole hits it backside, hits it well. Kevin Razor, the right fielder, makes the running catch. Kevin Razor, the right fielder here, is from the Cincinnati Combine.
Is he really?
Yep. So don't tell me those combines don't work. Here's a conference player. He's right in right field. He's going to bat here in a minute.
We have 5-0 going to bottom of 2. ADS has used 2 homers.
Looks like it's going to be one of those weekends where I need to wipe my screen from all the dust.
Well, one thing I can tell you about here, playing here long enough,
yeah.
If you spill a bottle of water on these fields, the county cancels the tournament.
I remember maybe 3 years ago, they rained and they wouldn't let them back on the field.
No.
Yeah, I was worried about that. Believe me, I was looking at the forecast. If there was a lot of rain, I probably was staying home.
Yeah, well, one thing this tournament's never been rained out. Bob Holland, the U-Trip director, has a backup plan where we could go to Watkins Park, we could go to Fairland. There are other parks within like a 45-minute radius where he could work on them.
Right.
But here, believe it or not, these fields are maintained by the prisoner. The prisoner's on the other side.
I saw that coming in. Yeah. Prison. I thought it was rained out the one year on Sunday. The last 4 didn't play.
I can't remember.
TaylorMade, Shop, a bunch of those teams were here.
You know what? I think it was like 09, 08. 09.
Yeah, 09, I think. Mars Porcello, the pitcher, leads things off here, bottom of the second. He walks.
Dale, can I give a shout out to somebody?
Sure.
To my coworker Todd Newton,
Yeah.
who's laying on his couch eating chicken wings and ice cream right now.
Newton was mashing it last week at the Hall of Fame.
He was.
At least the 5 at-bats that I saw.
Yeah, well, he really works hard in the off season.
Riley, inside pitch, Samancic hits it through the second baseman. Guess in the conference that's a base hit. Okay. Mike Dill's got that radio voice. I just have a hard monotone voice.
Well, Todd Newton really didn't do me any favors by putting my phone number over the announcement last week either.
Rusty Dodge hits one in between the bag and the first baseman. Porcello scores and a 2-out run-scoring double for Dodge. Brings up Kevin Razor. Here's the guy that came from the Cincinnati Combine. People say those combines didn't work, but we got 3 players in the conference from it. He lines out to right field. He's going to score run number 2. 5-2. Are you keeping the score there?
I wasn't. No, I was getting obscene texts from Todd Newton right now.
Nice. Newton playing with Extreme. Does he play all the tournaments with those guys, or
Yes,
just
he
conference?
does. Yes,
All
he
of them?
does. Yeah, he's playing everything with them. Well, his wife plays in Minnesota too, with Twin Cities Combat. So a lot of the tournaments, like the Corkies and things like that, where they'll go together. They'll drive up from. He lives in Kansas City.
Backside shot by Shannery goes through Lewis and scores the third run, or fourth.
Another Bachman
third
Park
run.
pop right there.
Yeah.
You notice how they drug the fields this morning, and they're not going to get touched probably the rest of the day.
I mean, the prisoners aren't doing anything today, right?
Well, they only let them out in the morning, and that's it.
All right.
Bob might be able to get them to do it again, but I'm not sure.
Last batter, Moriarty, then the top of the rack. 5-3, I believe.
Strike 3. Struck out looking right there.
Strike out looking for out number 2.
Curveball by Riley.
It's going to bring up the top of the order, Eric Gallen. The runner on, 2 out. Joey D checking in. Joey D. Even though that's really Steve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve.
One thing you'll notice, like with this umpire right here, he's calling a much flatter pitch because there's no conference umpires here.
Right. Gallen missed it to center. That should end the inning. Coming on and making the catch.
I would have to say the strikeout, or who was on Moriarty.
That was big.
Well, one thing about that, last weekend, if you were at the stadium fields, that's not a strikeout.
Did it come around the plate or only partially went over the
flat?
Oh, flat.
It was flat. What you notice about, we even tell the young guys on our team that if you've got a non-conference umpire, it's going to be a flatter strike.
Right.
A bigger zone.
Yeah, the one thing the conference umps do is give you a hump. Yeah, no conference umpires, and just live streaming on the one field here. This was going to be our beta weekend with all those little cameras, but they needed them for baseball.
Ryan Fant leading off here.
Ryan Fant used to play with Bull Shippers, I think.
Bull Shippers.
Then he played with Darkside.
Yeah, he played with Darkside. Very good player. He's in high demand around here. He just has a hard time, I think, with his job traveling.
Right.
But
middle infield or short?
He's playing middle infield. But in these kind of regional C tournaments, he's a dominant player. He can really field and he can hit the ball over the park.
Ryan Fant going to lead things off for ADS. Top of the third inning, backside base hit. Question on the board if TaylorMade's playing. They are on the field next to us. I'll get an update in a minute. Deep shot and a 2-run homer for ADS. Lewis.
Aaron Lewis.
7-3 by my count. That was a no-doubter.
This is Zach. I can never pronounce his last name.
Zach Terezchuk. Terezchuk we'll go with.
He's another guy. These guys, a lot of these guys have tremendous power. They're just trying to learn how to play the base hit game inside the chain link fence.
Backside grounder off the first baseman's glove. He scoops and tags the base.
Now, ADS last year made a good run. They finished 5th or 7th at the Sea World. Big Dan Glazier.
Dan Glazier, the batter.
I think they said he has a size 16 shoe.
Looks like 2 of mine. That'd be about 16. 7-3 lead. ADS. Glazier smash right center field, tailing away from the center fielder up against the fence, and he's got himself a double. Bring up Quillen.
Gordy Quillen, the pride of Milford, Delaware.
Wherever that is. Delaware's about this big.
It is.
So.
We rescued him from a team called the Bad News Bears. We saw him play in the fall league, and we asked him to come play on our league team with us. And he's worked his way up the ranks.
Nice.
very hard worker. Tim Riley owns an indoor hitting facility in Harrington, Delaware called All About the Swing, and he and Gordy and Chad Malin train there all winter.
Bouncer up the middle, fielded. Middle infielder throws to first in time.
Okay, Rupert, the batter.
Doesn't Willie Allen own one of those places?
Yeah, he owns one in
Indoor.
New Jersey where he lives.
Yeah. Runner on second, 1 out. Or two
I think
out.
it's 2 outs.
And a hard shot, left field, should be caught by Dina. Elk gets out of the inning, 7-3. Your score, we go to the bottom of the third.
I think 7-2 now.
4 homers, I think.
How many homers have they gained?
4.
4? Can you check for us?
2 that inning.
Was it 2?
Or was it 1? 1 bomb. You're right, 3.
I think it's 7-3 right now.
We need the sun to go down so I can see the computer. Neil Teague checking in.
Neil Teague had a great event last week in Florida. He did.
Neil
He raised a lot of money for charities back home in Canada. And, had a lot of guys come in and work that event. I've worked it before. I didn't go work it this year because of the
3.
With everything, our transition with the Bauer purchase with us, I stayed back and worked and to go to Florida till Wednesday.
Right.
But it's a great event that he does, and he does one in the middle of the summer too in Milton, Ontario.
He has one in Vegas too. I
Yes,
believe.
he had one in Vegas this year too.
That's Neil Teague's charity spring trainings, I guess you would call them. 2-hitter for Cash House, smashes it up the middle, base hit for Dina.
As an instructor, when you go to his event, you better be ready to put in a full day because the Canadian guys who come, they'll do instruction all day and they don't want to stay and hit till it gets dark.
Right.
You're putting in a 10, 12-hour day easily.
Can you walk with me, please? Can you walk with me? I'm going to holler at Drake.
Good knuckleball.
Ryan Ropel, 3-hitter for Cash House. Takes a flat strike, and there's where your conference team starts arguing about the height of the pitch. Seemed a little flat inside.
And Riley will work him to death now.
Ropel takes a walk. First and second, nobody out for White House. I think if Cash House has a disadvantage, it's power in this game. They have no homers.
They have no home. That's a good point. And the ADS guys are changing their swing to keep it in.
Yeah, ADS has a lot more power, that's for sure.
There's another flat strike right there.
That was very flat. Inside.
Because even on that, where he released that, he didn't get 3. It fell right, but he didn't get the release from the 3 from the release.
Yeah, it's coming from the knee, so it's got to go. It's
That's
got to
what
go up
Purcell's
to his
really
chest. Bouncer to short,
good. Probably
fielded.
should be an easy double play.
Second on the first in time.
Another double play.
2 big double plays have helped ADS to the 7-3 lead.
It looks like right now Riley's knuckleball, the wind is just pounding it right down on the plate. The guys are hitting the top of the ball. They're just bounding it out.
You brought up Andy Purcell. That's the key to his pitching, right? It drops.
And it's heavy.
It drops
It's like you're
at the
hitting. It's like you're hitting a shot put.
Right.
And you're having to generate everything yourself because you're having to almost scoop it sometimes.
Bouncer to the middleman, fielded on to first. Ryan Fant with the
He's not going
play.
to miss many, Dale. It's pretty good.
ADS with the defense and the power, and a 7-3 lead. We go to the top of the fourth.
A little break. Can I give a shout out to my good friend Melissa Newton, Todd Newton's wife? She's my biggest fan on here right now.
Sure.
Her and her son Breck.
Yeah. Neil's telling us something if you can see it. I don't have my reading glasses.
8th annual Aiden Teague Charity Classic is June 14th, 15th, and 16th in Milton, Ohio.
All right.
All proceeds to the McMaster Children's Hospital.
Good stuff. DW is going to go get his pictures and check on the TaylorMade.
Okay.
You can do as much or as little as you
I'll
want,
fire it away
Mike.
right here.
You can
right here.
you can just give him the score, or you could do play-by-play,
I'll fire away. Don't be gone
or
long.
whatever you. 1 inning. I got to be gone 1 inning.
You can't say anything nice about Dollar, man. There's only one good thing out of Dollar. Joe Flacco.
Elena Deladon.
You know what? She's better than Glory Passion #1.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, all around.
Ask John Robinson that. He'll tell you different. Ask John Robinson. He goes back and forth with me. I said she's better than Robert.
God, ain't even no close. Hey, she's going to be swell in the WM.
Oh, yeah. And home run by Brandon Becker.
If she weren't that tall, she wouldn't have
Yeah. That brings ADS to 8 runs on 4 home runs.
How many?
They've got 8 runs in on 4 home runs right now. Tim Riley, the pitcher, without a doubt, he is going to try to work the middle of the right side.
I don't think.
You telling me I played behind Scooter for 5 years?
Riley with the lineup, Chad Malin. Chad Malin, the batter right now. Walk by Malin, brings up Gallagher. Gallagher's the number 11 batter. Swinging the new Combat Derby boys.
We participated. Where?
A combat home run with the new Derby boys. 2-run shot. Get the score for you in a minute, but they're getting close to running out of home runs. ADS is. We're at the top of the lineup now.
Well, let's see. It started at 8 o'clock this morning. You know, and now I'm looking like you. How's that work out? 2 games.
Base hit to center.
Really? For how much?
One away, Ryan Fan at the plate. He's tight on the plate right now. He's probably looking to pull the ball right now. Wind's blowing from left to right. Gone by a ton. 2-run shot. Mr. Ump, how many home runs is that for them now? It's 5. ADS has now hit 5 home runs. And Lewis up the middle. We play by the pitcher. 2 outs. Zach, whose name I can never pronounce, from Wilmington, Delaware, at the plate. 2 outs for ADS. Dale's going over to get the score of the TaylorMade game right now, and he'll be back for a little report in just a second.
Motherfucker, we won, and we got two. What they give y'all? What they give y'all? Oh, no. That gave us individual. Give that. Amon sent me a picture of Dawn that other day on my phone. He saw what
Dan Glazer at the plate. 2 away right now. Dan doubled to right center his last time up. Foul ball. Good swing by Glazer, just a bit foul. At the end of this inning, I'll get an update on the score and the home runs. Base hit to right center by Glazer. Looks like we're going to have first and third for Gordy Quillen, the pride of Milford, Delaware. Not sure what he'll do with it, but I guarantee he's going to take a big swat at it.
Hey, first or second? Come on, 40.
Oh, fielder's choice out at second. From this standpoint, it looked like he was safe. Brings us to the end of the inning. I'll check the score and the home runs right now.
You'll be hollering. No, y'all just washed. Didn't he say this right here? This word said he just washed his car, and it was the armor on the signs and ties that made it slide. I have never heard of that. You know, armor make you slide your bird. When you put tires on, you put armor on the actual tire. Oh, no, you know, you put the side all the way to the side.
Score and inning update. 12-3 ADS. Bottom of the fourth, ADS has hit 6 home runs. Elk and Elk has all their home runs left.
Beautiful.
Ball in the right center gap. Should be a double. Dodge the batter. Run on second, nobody out. Fly ball to center field. With the catch. We have 1 down, bottom of the fourth. Ball 2, 2-0. Base hit, 12-3. Now it's 12-4. Base hit up the middle makes it 12-4 ADS with 1 out. Base hit. We'll make it 1st and 3rd with 1 out. ADS has been in this situation before, and they bailed themselves out with a couple double plays.
Come on, gotta hustle out of the box, everybody. Come on. Don't run up here. Let's go.
Another base hit. Makes it 12-5. Riley walks the bases. Elk and Elks become a little bit more disciplined later in the game. They were swinging bad pitches earlier. On the plate, he's flat. Fly ball to left center. I think the wind's going to hold that. Little catch in left field. Everybody tags and moves up. It makes it 2 outs, 2nd and 3rd. Base hit to left field. Another run scores. Double for Ropel with 2 outs. Pitch misses inside, ball 1. Line drive to left field. Oh, good play on the knuckleball. Ends the inning. We'll get you a score update right here. We're going to the top of the 5th.
5 runs.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
so that makes it 12-8.
All right.
Should be 12-8, top of 5.
Now we should just get a piece of paper out, make things easy. Taylor Made's in big trouble.
No. That was in warm-up before the contest. Actually, he hitting a contest.
For some reason, I gotta log in again. Any questions on there? I can't really read it. Bouncer to short, throw to first in time. ADS leads 12-8. Is that what we decided?
12-8, yeah.
12-8. 5th inning, I believe. Becker, the batter, 1 out. ADS outpowering Cash House. Cash House hasn't even hit a home run. They did all their damage with infields, like hits that went through the infield.
Yeah.
Inside curveball.
That is going to be a double for him easily.
Becker.
Well. No, not really. Good throw.
He wasn't running hard down the line.
Okay.
Base hit by Becker.
Big chance for Tim Riley to help himself here.
What do we got on the board? Any questions? Probably missed a few. Joey D still saying he loves you. Or that's an old post. Oop. There we go.
Oh, pick.
Right side. Gallon to the shortstop on the first and a big double play. 12-8 your score. We go to the 6th inning.
Bottom of 5.
Bottom of 5.
Yep.
Cash House.
Yep.
I lost track. Cash House coming up in the bottom of the 5th.
With plenty of homers left to hit.
They can free swing now. This field here, the infield's nice and level, but then the outfield goes downhill to where almost on the camera it looks like the grass is. It looks like it's real small out
They
there.
really have to do that if you see out there because there's a stream that runs through. It's where all the drainage for the outfield runs out there.
Right.
12 to 8.
We're down now?
These guys are ahead 12 to 8.
Oh, they are.
ADS leads 12 to 8.
Thank you.
ADS trying to move on to the semifinals. Up on field 2, TaylorMade trails by 5 to all out landscape
Out of New Jersey. Chris Montenegro's on that team.
Right, Montenegro's playing middle infield. They got some big hitters.
They've got a good
Big
team.
hitter. Got a bracket here. Mars Porcello, the batter. I believe we're 5, 6, 7, middle of the order. And a base hit left center. Could be extra bases.
They've really gone to base hitting it now.
Porcello holds up.
One thing, they're not taking anything off their swing. They're just swinging hard and they're just rolling it over right now. One thing that's helped ADS, I know that at Elk and Elk or whatever, they've hit into at least 2 double plays.
Right. 2 big double plays, and Zamancic hits it high and deep, back to the fence and gone. Cash House first home run of the game, cuts the lead to 12 to 10. I don't know if Cash House intentionally didn't hit any homers up till now,
but look at their swings. They weren't. They were just swinging hard.
Right.
They just had some they just rolled over.
Looks like it could work out for him.
Well, one thing that's helped them is Riley has not. He's been behind almost every batter right now.
Yeah, he's had a few walks too.
He's had a few walks, and he's been behind, so he's been 2-0 on most batters.
Smash up the middle, right center,
and if you'll
notice, and it's going to go to the fence.
He's going 2-0, and he can't. And the way the wind is, he can't. You don't have confidence to throw his knuckleball.
Yeah, that was a
spinner
tumbler.
Yep.
I guess you call it.
Hey Scotty, when I grow up, I want to be tall.
Rusty Dodge with a double brings up Kevin Razor. That's down the. Oh, I would have swung at that one. That looked like a good one to hit. Riley's pitch flat. Razor hammers it through the right side. It's going to try to score. Throw comes into second. We have a 12-11 game.
Yep.
Chantery, the batter.
It doesn't. We don't know yet. Their conference to be determined.
Yeah. I'd say legit C though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get bumped.
It's like some teams that started the year, like I know Reds started the year saying they were B, but they're every bit of A team.
Yeah, Reds,
Buzzini should be an A team.
Buzzini's right there. They're going to be disappointed if they get bumped. Buzzini. Reds, I think will take it. And
I've heard some rumblings that Buzzini had to call Doug Wood this week to help them out.
I didn't know.
I heard that through the grapevine.
Yeah. Maybe they're trying to add some some of the bigger tournaments to their schedule. Base
Good
hit
piece of
through the
hitting right
huge
there.
hole on the right side.
Yeah. I would think it's about time. ADS needs a timeout here at some point.
Do they have a backup pitcher, ADS?
I'm not sure who it would be. I've pretty much seen Riley. He pitches every inning, every game for them.
Right.
But they haven't really been behind any tournaments this year. You know, they've pretty much always been one of the dominant teams in the tournament.
Are they one of the undefeated C teams I see in this? Like there were 3 teams that hadn't lost a game against the C division.
Yeah.
Flying out to short.
Now, one thing is they haven't played a lot. They played in North Carolina, but it's been so darn cold here.
Right.
I mean, we lucked out. This is probably the best weather we've had for this tournament in years.
I looked at the weather. I was pleased. Back to the top of the order for Cash House. Bouncer up the middle, base hit. Should score a run.
No, held him.
Nope.
Wow. Do we have 1 out now? 2.
One, I believe 1 out. Bases loaded for the 2-hitter Dina. Steve Dina. We apologize if you've been posting on the board. We can't really read it.
Is Seattle going to be more points than Ohio?
No.
No way.
Ohio's going to have 3 major teams, which means it's a 4-point event. Line drive going to be in Columbus?
Yes, we are going to be in Columbus. We're playing all 3 Ohio tournaments.
Nice.
Well, good knuckleball by Riley. I don't know if
That
they got
ball's
enough-
going to spin out of here, I think. Climbs the fence, and it's out.
It's out of here.
Dina with the grand slam gives Cash House their first lead, 15-12. So Cash House waits till the 5th inning to hit some home runs, and they hit some big ones. They got the lead 15-12. Senior, that's Mario Granados.
Oh, is it?
Senior.
Oh, good.
Line smash, left field base hit.
Yeah, how many conference teams for Columbus, you thinking?
I believe we're at 13, but I think that's going to climb now that it's a 4-point event.
That by us playing that weekend, it got me out of having to go to Seattle and check bats all weekend at the Combat Duel. If not, I was going to have to do what Kendrick did last year and test bats all weekend.
There you go. We'll have to get Elliot Clark to do it. White House with the base hit, and now they're in such a rhythm here. You got to break the rhythm. And Royster's a good manager.
Yeah, he is. Got it. Yep. See, I'm surprised they haven't called timeout. They haven't done anything.
What's his first name? Royster?
Joey Royster.
Joey Royster.
He and
Diamond Blade back in the day.
Yeah, he and Jay Hayes are the coaches of the team. But, you know, I almost think this is the point where Tim, on his own, being a veteran guy, just calls timeout and calls them out.
Yeah, they need a timeout because they're in a rhythm
They're
right
pinning
now.
their ears back right now and going and getting it.
They batted around. Mars Purcello led this thing off. And he hits it deep, right center field. Could be on the fence. And it's out of here.
You know what else they've done now is they
3-run shot.
They're playing the wind pretty good because the wind's blowing from left to right. They're looking for the pitch away so they can drive it right at the light pole right out there.
And that's the trouble with Taylor made up on field two. It's just the opposite. It's blowing straight in from the left. So that's 3 more runs, 18-12. Cash House with a huge 5th inning, and now they finally switch it up.
Chad Malin.
I'm going to say a good three or four batters too late.
Absolutely, yes. Let's switch out. Riley's going to Riley's staying. They're not making any. Riley's going to catch. Quillen's going to first base.
Neither Riley or Malin wearing a helmet.
Well, Riley was wearing a helmet when he was pitching.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't believe Malin's not.
Yeah, I'd be wearing a helmet. Did you see the YouTube video I put out there?
Yes.
It's got 40,000 hits. It's one of my best videos of all time.
Right now, this is a tough spot for Malin to come in with the wind and cold. And, you know, he's got to throw strikes. It's a tough spot for a backup guy to come into right now who's not a seasoned backup pitcher.
Yep, and that's a walk.
That's him getting close.
Walk on 3 pitches. Brings up Rusty Dodge, who doubled earlier in the inning. DW just got on. Who's your color guy? Color guy is Mike Dill from Combat Sports. Also plays with line drive. Dodge hits it backside. Right fielder makes a nice catch.
Two-way.
2 outs finally. Razor the batter. Mike Dill the catcher for line drive. You guys played pretty well at the Hall of Fame.
We did. We the games we lost, we felt like we were in. We really thought we had it. We should have.
Well, you got knocked out by Laser Vision, and you guys were leading the whole way.
We were leading the whole way, yeah. And we got good young guys.
They just took it from you in the last inning? Or?
We made a couple errors, and we didn't take advantage. We had a 7-run lead in the bottom of the.
Yeah, I was following the score online.
Home run.
And Razor hits a 2-run homer.
And it comes back to the same thing again. He struggled and got behind.
Yep.
And then he had to throw a spinner. Yep, he had to throw a spinner because he was struggling to throw strikes with the wind.
Elk's done a good job of forcing a strike here.
Yeah, they waited in the beginning. They weren't. They were just swinging at the first pitch.
And that's at least 3 homers in the inning. It might be, I think it's 3. They've all been for 2 or 3 runs each. 20-12 your score, 5th inning. Scott Chantery, the batter.
So he keeps missing. They're going to have to. They can't go.
They're going to have to go back. Well, that's why they waited, but they should have broke the momentum.
Yeah.
And there's another walk.
Wanted to come. Way to rip that one.
Hey, I said it's time to play the game. We chasing 5 plus something. 5 right now. Let's go. Yeah.
Last batter in the lineup, and he's looking at a walk.
Yeah, you don't want to walk a guy here.
And he hits it well. Could be on the fence. Left fielder goes back, reaches up, makes the catch.
Get a score update right now.
That'll end the 5th. I believe it's 20-12. Verify the score for you here in a second. Who's Combat's baseball rep?
I don't know. I'm going to check. Who's Combat? For what area?
I don't know. What area?
What area? And the other one says
2012 is what I got.
One
Taylor
thing.
made losing.
They were down double digits.
Double digits with the wind blowing in. They're done.
17-7.
Wow. Thanks for the update.
Let's see, Mississippi. I would tell you, for Mississippi, it's one of our independent reps. But I would say,
How you doing, buddy?
I would say down that area, send me an email, and I'll forward it to Scott Brown, my boss, because I'll see what we can do to help you out. Scott Brown, my email is mdill@combatsportsgroup.com. And the other question, Dale, is bat returns. Well, for those of you who didn't know, we just got purchased by Bauer, the biggest hockey company in the world. And one thing we're doing is we're changing over a lot of stuff at our plant so we can have a bigger productivity and increase that as we go. So right now we're in the middle of a transition, and we should have bats rolling back out within the next couple of weeks.
Great.
Right now, if you need a bat, your best bet is to go to a retailer, because we have some legal steps we have to go through.
All right. I remember Coop texted me from a plane. This was like a week or 2 ago, 2 weeks maybe. He was on a plane to restart production.
That's right.
In Canada.
That's correct.
Right?
He met with the Bauer folks there. I'm actually meeting with the general manager of Bauer this Tuesday. I'm going to New England, and he and I are going to see a big account of mine. But it's going to be really good for our company.
Good.
And the sad part is, because of who they are, it's eliminated our hockey and our lacrosse. So we're just baseball, softball now, all diamond sports.
All right, we're top of the 6th. ADS has relinquished the lead. They're down 20-12. Malin the batter. And we did get an update from Field 2. TaylorMade's down 17-7 with the wind blowing straight in. So they're in big trouble. Pop up. Second baseman should have it in shallow right field. Did he get it?
Yeah, he did. Acrobatic
He tripped.
catch. He tripped over a blade of grass, I think, out there.
He was going downhill, backpedaling downhill.
The right fielder's laughing with him.
our view of the video, I put up the video almost as high as I could get it up there, standing on the table, and you still see how much the outfield drops off on these fields. This reminds me of the old softball world back in Cleveland. It's a piece of concrete, basically, the infield, and then the outfield will used to go straight down.
Gallagher, the batter.
13th, 6th, 7th. Okay. TaylorMade down 13 in the 7th now. Over on field 2.
Home run for Gallagher, solo home run.
Gallagher, solo homer, makes it 20-13.
And will they have, what is that, their 6th home run? Or 7th home run, they just said. They have 1 home run left.
7. Keep track here. ADS built for those 4 homers in Florida, I think.
They are.
Fly ball center field could fall
That's
in,
gonna
and
fall,
it does.
yeah.
Base hit.
I know. I watched
Swole.
them play some last year, and that was one thing they noticed. They ended up back at Hess.
Yeah.
A lot, and those fields were really big, and that's what they said. You know, it's the adage that they said, we're going to build our team to win there, where we can hit the ball when it's soft.
Yeah. And I think B teams need to do that more when they look at where the B World is over at Fortune Road. The field's 310 down the lines, 325 to center and left center. And every year we see B teams leave home runs on the table.
And it's only 4. Or is it 6 now?
It's 6 now.
6 now, yeah.
So now you can add that power hitter. Give you guys more spots. Do you consider yourself a power hitter or just a hitter? You're more of a hitter
I
who
think
can
more of a
hit for
hitter.
power.
Yeah.
If he wants.
Yeah, I'd rather hit 700 and hit no home runs.
Right. It's more fun.
Yeah. Ball in the gap for
Fence.
off the gate.
Off the fence. It's going to be a long single.
The bat technology's changed the game so much.
Right. When did you start playing, Mike?
Right after I got out of college, and Todd Newton's probably going to laugh at this, in 1991.
91, so you did see the aluminum era.
I played during the single wall aluminum bat
Right.
era. Rusty and I talk about that a lot. Rusty Bumgarner
Yep.
and Kendrick, we talk about that.
Outside pitch, well hit down the right field line.
That is gone for Aaron Lewis.
Lewis, 3-run homer, makes it 20-16, and they're out of homers.
The funny thing is now, there's a lot of guys who play at the A level now, who with an aluminum bat would have probably never played above the C level.
Right.
Just because of the difference in the technology.
Or they would have been like the center fielder or shortstop on one of those teams. Because those teams used to have the defensive,
you could
player.
get away with that, but the thing, the thing you have to remember is back then, you played a 4-man outfield most of the time.
Right.
You know, it didn't really come along. Scott Brown always says it was Spectrum was who invented the 5-man.
Spectrum. Yep.
He's always partial to the Minnesota guys.
Spectrum was a great Double-A team.
Yep. And like when Hague was a Double-A team.
Yeah.
And those kind of teams who you know.
Above all, right? Yep. Yeah. Okay, we have a final. Above all, knocked off TaylorMade. So the big TaylorMade Alba Coco matchup is no longer
for the winners bracket.
For the winners bracket, I guess they could.
I wouldn't put it past TaylorMade to run right through it.
Right. Glazier past the pitcher and
right
through the shortstop's legs.
Okay, now this is where it's going to get tough because Quillen likes to go after the ball hard every time. He's got to keep it in here.
Right.
You know?
Quillen needs to find a hole. TaylorMade, the number 6 ranked team in the country, is out, and there you go. Quillen hit it out of here for an out.
For an out, yep. He tried to do the right thing.
Out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Cash House leading 20-16 by my count.
Call the dealer. Be right back.
TaylorMade goes down. That team is looking pretty good. Above all.
They didn't hit their first game. They only beat CGR by 1 run. Kelly made the first game.
Right. Was it 1 or 4?
1.
1? What happened at the end, you know? I left. I wanted to get some food.
Guy hit a home run for out in the game.
No, me, Captain.
So what do we got on this broadcast next? Albuquerque and DEI. That's a good one. Top of the order, Gallon pops out, shallow center field. Center fielder makes the play, 1 out.
Yeah, man, had something.
Steve Dina, hard shot past the shortstop, base hit. Bring up the 3-hitter Ryan Ropel. Yeah, that's the way when you don't have a conference ump, you don't get a hump, you know. No, no. No. He just needs to force him to get just a little hump, and he'd be fine.
Who's that?
The
Tim
ump.
Riley?
If the ump would force just a little bit of a hump, he would have a pretty good zone.
Yeah.
It's just too flat.
What's his name? Gardner got smoked in the stomach. Nick from Summer Smoke.
Rob Whitehouse, the batter, 2 on. See? Still pretty flat. Tim Riley, the pitcher here for ADS, working the flat stuff. Whitehouse hammers it through the left side, base hits. Bases loaded for Mars Porcello. I'm going to get a photo op here. Maybe a grand slam.
Yeah, you say your lady, I said hello.
Nobody wanted to get on softball center with a grand slam. I went for the photo or the video op.
I was looking at his.
They were asking about a rolled over end cap in combat. Where is it?
Yeah, Dill, doesn't combat make a rolled over end cap? No, I don't know. Nobody makes a rolled over end cap that I know of.
No?
Mm-mm.
And Dodge pops out center field. So 3 pop outs to center. They leave 2 runners on. We go to they scored 2. 22-16.
Top of the 7th, right?
Top of the 7th.
Who do we have next? We have the Scene versus DEI next, correct?
Yep. Albacoco is the official name. / the Scene / Easton. ADS down to their last at bat. They led through 5 innings. And then Cash House put up a 10 spot, took the lead.
And Dale, maybe you can explain this to me. Cash House is a conference team. Why didn't they go to Florida last weekend?
We should get one of their guys over here and ask them.
That would be a good.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you're going to spend money on a trip, that's the one to do, right? Just to get the points.
Or you know what? I'll tell you what else. If you can do it, Seattle's one of the best tournaments of the year.
Because
I agree. The weather is good. You know, the fields are probably the best softball fields in the country at Russell Road. They really are, and it's just great weather.
I think we need some tweaks to the schedule. We need to put a week before the duel, no tournament. Week after the duel, no tournament. And then move Seattle off of like Columbus is going to be a big tournament. So move Seattle to another weekend when it's by itself, I think.
Well, one thing Bob and I were just talking about, and Bob Holland, who I go way back with, we were talking about.
Bob Holland's the Maryland and the regional director. For this tournament.
And that's what he was saying that hurt his participation here.
First pitch swinging past Porcello. He got a glove on it, base hit.
Now this is going to be tough because Becker has to keep the ball down, and he's got a lot of power.
Right.
And it's a hitter's day right now. But that was one thing Bob Holland and I were talking about, getting more teams here. And last year he moved this tournament to the end of July, but it was sandwiched the weekend between Cincinnati and Detroit, which is another bad weekend.
I mean, there's a lot of bad weekends, let's face it, you know. I think this one's fine if it's just one more week after the Hall of Fame.
Good point.
Even if it competes with Texas or something, I think you could get a lot of teams if it's 2 weeks after the Hall of Fame.
With next year with Easter, the way it's falling, hopefully it will.
Right. Easter's always an issue.
That's a good swing by Becker right there, because it's unusual for him to pull the ball and keep it down.
Becker with a base hit. I think ADS is going into my top 20 C teams as I travel the country.
Pinch hitter now.
Pinch hitter?
Yeah. Zitgraf. AJ Zitgraf. He's pinch hitting. He is pinch hitting for Riley, it looks like. Tim Riley, the pitcher.
Tim Riley comes out in favor of a pinch hitter. 2 on, nobody out here, top of the 7th. Hard shot up the middle, or actually a bouncer, I should say. Gallen steps on second, throws to first for the double play. Both teams taking themselves out of a few innings.
A lot of double plays.
We're down to their last out. They're down by 6.
Chad Malin.
Malin, and then the top of the order?
No, then Gallagher's the 11 hitter.
All right. Yeah, I think the schedule could use some tweaks. But Easter does mess things up a little bit.
The tough part is that they've had these affiliate tournaments, and I bet you next year there'll even be more of those.
Yeah, I don't know that they're drawing a lot of teams, though.
Like Bob Holland's having an affiliate in Dover, Delaware, first weekend of July.
Wow, line smash to left.
Good catch.
Dina makes a sliding catch and left. I don't know if you could see that at home, but that's going to end your game. Cash House wins 22-16. Moves on to the semifinal. We have Albacoco and DEI next.
That's it. Why don't we get I gotta make a couple calls.
No problem.
I'll go over and ask the guy from. Do you know any of the guys from Cash House?
I know some. I don't know who they
maybe get the manager and talk to him and ask him those questions.
Right. Let's skip it.
Yep.
Maybe later they win another game or something.
Okay.
We gotta pace ourselves. You gotta learn to pace yourself. It's early in the day.
I just a little update. I just got a text from Mark Urbane, who's pitching for OC Swats, and he said not very hot in Arizona. Wow. I heard it's over 100 there today.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's miserable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, so Cash House moves up there and plays right away. Too bad they couldn't have worked it where they played the last two semifinals here. You got to worry about rain, I guess. If you do it, if it rains out, you want all the teams in those spots. Yeah, the matchup, one of the matchups we were waiting.
They played deluxe. They played deluxe bigs.
Rock, let's broadcast.
Yeah, they said that Nick heard Bill was visiting.
Yeah, when I have it, when we're talking like now, they can hear everything. When I put it on the field mic, then it's more aimed that way. Whereas this microphone is more aimed.
Now, who's these guys right here?
DEI, the old Magic. John Hickey.
Yeah.
That's solid. Could be a good game.
You don't think DEI is going to win the game? It says
I think they can. I'd say they're definitely the underdog.
against who?
Maybe Albuquerque.
No, I'm going to take DEI.
Yeah.
These guys did not hit in the first game.
Right.
They didn't hit at all.
They hit the last game.
They're
Yeah.
not playing well,
But they got Opie Terror. I mean, look how big that dude is.
I'm going to say 60-40.
Okay.
Which is
What's the home run?
What's that?
What's the home runs here? 8?
8.
Even with the A teams?
Yeah, you got to be major to bump it up.
To 12, right?
To 12. Major is 16.
Oh, okay.
Someone asked Dill if he makes a rollover end cap for the Little League.
Yeah.
It says, doesn't Combat have a rolled over end cap for Little League? That camera made Mike Dill look like he was 461 pounds last week. I called him during the week. I said, did you eat a couple little kids when you were bored? He was like, sitting behind the plate like this.
He's a big guy. Each tournament, I try to raise the camera up just a little more, so you can kind of get over the catcher.
How many fields did you do last weekend?
That was
guys.
USSSA Live did that, and we tried to do 8.
So they did mostly, and you did what, one field yourself?
I actually didn't do any until they had a point where they had to convert over to ESPN, and they had to do all this work to do it, and they asked me to do those 3 games.
Okay.
That's all I did. I mean, I helped like straighten cameras and put them up and stuff, but that was all there. Once they get that technology worked out, we'll have every field covered, I think. They're going to give me 3 or 4 of those to take on the road.
Awesome.
So.
Rick said he'll travel weekend.
Yeah, he doesn't have no life.
We used to help out, Softball Kingdom?
Yeah.
We used to help them out every now and then.
No. I wish I had the budget. I'd take some people on the road. I just don't have the budget.
Yeah, we should just broadcast it.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Look what I got. Do you have a MacBook Pro? Yeah? You use a FireWire port. This FireWire is about a $15 cable. And you need a DV camera. A DV digital video rather than some of the newer, it's an older model. The newer models don't have a FireWire input.
Okay.
So you kind of got to get an older model. But that's all you need. You stick it on a tripod. I throw some bungee straps on it to hold it in place. I put a wide angle lens on the inside of the fence so that we're not seeing the fence like you did before with me. Why it took me 2 years to figure that out, I don't know. But it is a much better view.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Oh,
and
you
then,
got no life, by the way. Nick's just texted me, you got no life.
I like softball.
he's a softball junkie.
Mm-hmm.
He plays 6 days a week.
Nah, he works at prison, so it's hard for him.
Over here?
Nah, in Delaware.
Oh, okay.
He goes to prison over there.
I work full to midnight, so.
much attention to the rest of the tournament. That's a bad thing.
There's not much going on.
They pretty much kept all the winners on these fields. It's, you know, earlier they had mostly losing bracket games down in the back end.
You know what I should do next year if I can't make it out here? Like if I go to Phoenix or something, send what they're using is an iPod Touch. Some of those fields you saw last week is an iPod Touch strapped on the fence, hooked up to Wi-Fi and a power cable. And I just send one here. You guys can help Bob hang it on the main field, maybe the two fields.
Wow.
That's how simple it's getting. When Softball Kingdom started, that was tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment. I got like a $2,000.
They had a thing they had up in the air and the outfield. And
yeah. Now the iPod Touch, I think those things are about $350. And the internet connection.
Yeah, is that what that is? A Wi-Fi connection?
Verizon 4G.
Awesome.
I could actually run this whole broadcast off my hotspot on the phone.
You probably could.
Yeah, I've done it. This is my backup.
Now you just need some really hot girls to commentate the games.
Right, or walk out or play catcher.
No, just stand out there and tell you who's coming up and the plays they're playing. I mean, Rock could do it in a dress. He likes to do that stuff. He will. I can't believe I don't think they're going to win the thing. And if not them, that Oregon Ducks team, they just beat Mizzou now.
Yeah.
They just beat Taylor, man.
They look good.
Told you I was a sleeper.
Was it?
Nobody really knows about it.
Yeah.
They got a couple guys from the old ABS team on there.
Montenegro.
Ripid.
Raporti or whatever. Yeah. Okay. I didn't recognize him.
And another guy.
What I do is I go and get the lineup, take a picture with my phone, and I got it. I'm prepping you guys for next year, so I don't have to come out. We'll just send you guys the iPod Touch and the hotspot. And you guys will be ready.
Where did you come from this time? Where do you live?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
It's 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
I drove this morning. I got up at 4, left at 4:30. Got here for the 10:30 game. Actually, I was here at 10, I think.
So you see the field that Wegman built and all like that? Don't he have a field in Ohio?
He bought
it.
Mid-America.
Mid-America field.
Wow.
He's running the Columbus this time.
Is he?
I was just talking to him. Columbus is going to have Resmondo, Laser Vision, and Shop, 3 of the major teams. And they're playing it on 4 baseball fields that are in a quad like this with artificial turf infields.
I love that.
That's sweet. Where they play the GSL.
Yeah, okay.
Same spot. I'm going to restart this. I restart it after every game to save the old game, just in case anyone wants to watch.